Guys, welcome back to we're gonna be purchasing some of the mattress here today. One-on-one, I have accompanied myself here, Mr. Magavo. Since he was brought here with the police to one of the hospital, which is a level 2 hospital in Sirari, today he has come back here, so he's wondering, this house Sirari is a little bit bigger. We have to go around and check what's gonna be coming out here. So I see some of the produce here and the products are coming inside here, and our mom, she's here. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Everything is nice?
Yes.
Fantastic. Hey, Mama.
Yes.
I'm looking for you now.
I'm here.
I'm in agreement here. 5 by 6.
So 5 by 6. 6 inch.
6 inch.
There is 2 quality. Heavy duty.
Heavy duty.
Medium density.
Medium density.
Which one do you want?
How much is heavy duty?
Heavy duty 6,000.
6,000.
Now 5,000.
5,000.
Medium density.
Yeah. So that's what we are just doing here, and we are just now packaging the package here, and it will be so fantastic here. So this is the package here. Now, duvet. Let's purchase a duvet here. Stand up and you have so much money here. There's a lot of money here, guys. People are counting money. Yeah. This is not. This size is so big. This size is kubwa. He's wondering. Yeah. So we are. It's fresh. Yeah? How do you see? That's the size. Guys, today we are mopping this kind of the house finally, and already it's done, it's good, it's ready to go at the Gigas family. And what I can just say is we have much of the breaking news. Guys, today I was perusing my father's album, and I found one time this kind of the lady, when she was good, she was ready, she went to my father to build a fish pond. Oh my living God, I never knew this was something like one day maybe it could come to happen, in a way that I saw a picture of Isabella with my father. And that kind of the picture was reflecting, they were in one of the meetings that she needed also to have a fish pond construction to their site. It's today I was just perusing much of the papers. I found a team that was there during that time. I gave my father the first fish pond before I could just take it over from him, as I was the one who was responsible. And because during that time I was in school, she was there. And that's why one day she told me like, I have ever seen you somewhere. Then I told her maybe I thought about the mentality, but she knows what was really. Even my mom, she's talked about this. She's the one. She has ever go to my home. She was, oh my living God. Today I've just come to the conclusion of understanding that I talk about Mary. She was part of the fish pond program to have a fish pond, and it never worked. I think about it's something which was maybe interests to their own lives. And let me ask the husband here, so he can just tell us, is it real? Because I'm still in my suspense in a way that I want to be talking about. Let me actually kuuliza kitu moja. Mary, your wife.
Yeah.
Ashaienda kwa mafish pond ya baba?
Baba. Huko chini. Anaweza kuwa.
Anaweza kuwa? So she has ever gone there?
Kuna kipindi chenye alikuwa anapenda kutembelea hizo
mafish ponds.
Yeah.
Hello beautiful people, back again one-on-one live coverage here, and we are just landing one-on-one to the hospital here, and I have Mr. Magabo at the back here, and he's getting some rido. We have to park the bike here, exactly. So guys, welcome back to this kind of the spot one-on-one live, and today we're gonna be topping up with this kind of the videos that are gonna be coming one-on-one from the hospital here. Mr. Magabo, mambo vipi? Kila kitu iko chonjo.
Kila kitu iko chonjo.
Everything is so fantastic, guys, and we have democratized one-on-one. Buya tore. We're gonna be getting to the hospital here. I've went a bit so I can just search for Mr. Magabo a bit, but a good thing is I've just got him today, and we're gonna be solving much of the 2 postcoms and intercoms here to the male ward, which is the kitchen area, so you can just see what's gonna be popping out from this kind of an area, which is 1-on-1. We have much of the lined up for you, and keep it tuned, keep it locked. There's gonna be subscribing, liking, and sharing as to handle much of the matters here. Hey, mambo, uko freshi? Unataka funguo? Yeah man, fantastic. Haki ya Mungu, hapa mambo iko namna gani? Mambo vipi Mary? Mary, how are you?
Fine.
You are fine, eh? Everything is very nice. Mbona unakaa umeraboka? Ujipaki mafuta hakuna?
Yapo.
Yapo? Oh, sasa mbona ujipaki ama ni haujaoga?
Amesema ili tutoe hii kitu lazima viatu.
Tu vya katoto kadogo. Si unaona yako na vile vya kaka.
Gani siwendi ulichoma?
Viatu.
Viatu vya kufunga. Oh. Vya kufunga.
Katoa kama tulito watoto. Ni 180.
Sasa mimi wacha nikuulize guys, she's talking about for her to untie this kind of the ropes here. We have to buy her some shoes, the closed shoes za kufunga na kamba, like laces, or in front in the fingers to be open.
Hapa kufunga.
Oh, hapa nyuma ifungwe.
Hapa mbele wazi.
Hapo mbele wazi. So na mimi nikikupromise kwamba nikikupatia 1000 usiwahi funga kamba. I give her 1000 usimfunge kamba. I give her 1000 so she cannot tie this kind of the baby. Look at even the neck is necking here, and chimbendo mono haki ya Mungu toteika. Nikikupatia 1000 mtoe
wapi?
Hizi kamba hizi umtoe.
Kamba ni chupi zake za ndani bwana.
Sasa ukimfunga she is talking about the innerwears. They have to be inside. So that's why I'm asking about. I give her 1000 so as she can untie this kind of baby Salome, and everything will be so fantastic here. So everything is so nice. They are just eating here, and I see much of the things are so good. Hi, welcome. Mimi, right now. Emergency? It's an emergency. Oh, there's no problem. Yeah. So we have some emergency they are gonna be getting there. So we have to handle much of high five. Yeah man. So we have some utakunywa maziwa ama twende. Guys, I have to buy much of the bread here also, and some milk, and we are going for a little bit of the shopping, talk about some 2-3 shoppings here, and me and with Mr. Magabo. Chai na sukari. Sumeka maziwa mingi.
Nimepewa kwenye odi.
Oh, asi kuna watu watumiangi. Labda huyo. There are people who have sugar levels. So if you are given a tea, that doesn't have some sugar, you understand, in the hospital, some people can see that, oh, let me give this kind of a person this kind of the something. And some of the people don't consume tea, some of them don't consume salt. So whenever they're going to be coming, so she's talking about, oh, some of the, why is the tea not having some sugar? That's the level of them. So you're going to be making sure everything's so fantastic. So guys, the life is going on well, and we're going to be updating what we're going to be coming out at this kind of the time. And I appreciate much of the people who have been interacting and also talking about Gintu. We can just sort out much of the 2-3 things that are going to be popping out at this kind of the time, and we're going to be solving much of the issues here. And also this kind of the world is fantastic, and I think whenever we come with much of the milk and whatever going to be popping out, everything going to be going straight forward. There's no postcoms and intercoms that are going to be evolving because of not getting them what they need at this kind of the time. So keep it tuned. I'm going to be getting back to Sirara a bit with Mr. Magabo, and we're going to be solving much of the matters as per how the conditioners and the terms have been to be conquered, and this is the fact as we're going to be getting it in front. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. I'm going to be back to you in a short while as we're going to be pressing it, as we level it up and making it happen. To the kitchen about getting some 2-3 shenanigans here, and we're going to be coming to you in a short while. Guys, welcome back to we're going to be purchasing some of the mattress here today. One-on-one, I have accompanied myself here, Mr. Magavo. Since he was brought here with the police to one of the hospital, which is a level 2 hospital in Sirari, today he has come back here. So he's wondering, this house Sirari is a little bit bigger. We have to go around and check what's going to be coming out here. So I see some of the produce here and the products are coming inside here. And our mom, she's here. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Everything is nice? Fantastic. So we are looking for a mattress here, madam. Ulikuwa unataka inchi ngapi? Mattress inchi ngapi?
Na kitanda kutika.
Ngapi? Ngapi kwa ngapi? 4x6.
Yeah.
4x6. 4x6 how much?
4x6, 6 inch.
4x6, 6 inch. 4,000. No,
The best one. You have, or you want?
No, we don't reach there.
You reach where?
Guys, we are looking for the mattress here, and unamaanisha kwamba uwezi lala kwa kitanda ya 5x6 ikuwe moja. But also the wife said that she doesn't want to be very near with Mr. Magebo here because of talk about the conjugation or the conjugal rights, and they want to be separate because of but I'm gonna be talking to the nurses so I can just give her a contraceptive so as she can just treat herself and understand what's going to be popping out, because how the things are just popping out is like she's fearing this kind of the monthly season, because even right now being told with the nurses like I have to make sure I'm going to be buying some of the sanitary needs and some of the innerwear, but the problem is one, she cannot stay with the innerwear because she always tear them, and I was promising her that if she's gonna be so fantastic, let me give her money so she cannot do such kind of the tearing of such kind of the clothing. So we're gonna be checking from her here so she can just make sure that sasa unasema aje 4x6 ama 6x6?
5x6.
5x6 ama 4x6?
Wewe unaonaje? Tununue 4x6 ama 5x6?
I thought one mattress was good for them. Mattress moja ilikuwa sawa, kubwa tu moja ndio itatupatia easy time ya kununua kitanda, si ndio? 5x6
Na watoto wote.
once. Let's buy one mattress which is a 5x6 so as it can just be easy for us also to buy a bed which is gonna be coming, but we have only money to buy this kind of a 5x6, and the remaining you can just see what to buy, which will be if it's a blanket, let it be a blanket and much more, so you can just sort it out at this kind of the time here. Hi mama.
Yes.
I'm looking for you now.
I'm here.
I'm in agreement here. 5x6.
So 5x6. 6 inch.
6 inch.
There is two quality. Heavy duty.
Heavy duty.
Medium density.
Medium density.
Which one do you want?
How much is heavy duty?
Heavy duty 6,000.
6,000.
Now 5,000.
5,000.
Medium density.
Yeah. Guys, they are so expensive, but we will try our best to look for what is the best quality so as you can just get one from here and solve much of the matters here. So give us the density. High, is it high density or no, not heavy duty. The other one. Medium density. Where is it?
This one.
Or this one? Or this ones? Ni kara gani kumzuri bana? Chagua kara mzuri hapa. Gani hii hapa. So he has selected this kind of the color here. I think your wife will like it. Isn't it? Yeah, because we have to consider the terms and conditions. We can reach there and the wife refuses. I don't want this color, and it will be for us again to talk about she cannot stay, and it will be much more. So here we go. So Tolebas here. Let this one here. So we have selected that one, and we're gonna be purchasing also the duvet. I think one duvet will be enough by now, because there's somebody who has just supported us with 7K, which is 7,000, and some money here that we just have purchased this kind of the mattress and a little bit of some of the beddings. I appreciate she sent the money through Kate Sigano, and support Kate Sigano also, so you can just make it happen, and also moving forward to make it happen, because much of the people I said that they have to support in terms of Western Union, whatever you think about can reach Gintu, you can just send it through Kate Sigano, or any person you can think about the money can just reach to me with an immediate effect here. So that's what we are just doing here, and we are just now packaging the package here, and it will be so fantastic here. So this is the package here. Now duvet. Let's purchase a duvet here. For the little money that you're going to be having here, because that is 5,000, and I have already bought much of the milk, because for me to talk to them I have to buy some milk so they can just make sure they're going to be having the terms and the condition for me to talk. I have now 6,750. Let us sort it out. How much is the duvet here? 1,500. This one here, or which one?
We want to give him 5 by 6.
5 by 6, eh?
Because we give him mattress of 5 by 6.
Okay.
The dog.
Yeah.
Haitakuwa vizuri.
And 6 by 6?
6 by 6. I'm bebe 6 by 6.
How much?
17.
Ah, no. That is too much.
Too much.
Even it has exceeded our money.
Oh.
Eh.
Let him choose the color.
These are 6 by 6.
Isn't it 6?
6 by 6?
Nimekupa 6.
Okay, okay. Let them select the color. Thank you. Let him select the color. So guys, we are just getting to for them to purchase or look at the color, which one will be so fantastic for them. And whenever we purchase, which is 1700, already we are done with the money that I'm going to be talking about here, and it will be complete. Ni gani unaona iko vizuri hapa man? Gani nzuri kwa hizi? Gani hii? Usipo you have to select the one that even if you don't shower, it will not reflect. No problem. So the legs has to be very punctual. Fantastic. Clean as possible. But everything is possible. Sasa tunaenda na hii, si ndio? Exactly. So guys, that's how we're gonna be getting this kind of the things from this kind of the area. And keep it tuned, keep it locked. We're gonna be coming to you in a short while after making sure that everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Keep it tuned. Let's get back to the center. Unakuanga na manguo za ndani nini nini? Ziko wapi? No, not the boxer. Do you have innerwears for ladies?
For ladies.
The medium size. You are big. You work stand up. Stand up and you have so much money here. There's a lot of money here, guys. People are counting money. Yeah. This is not. This size is so big. This size is kubwa. He's wondering. Yeah. So we are. Sawa. It's fresh. Eh? How do you see? That's the size. Mr. Magavu, make sure that this video your wife doesn't see it. You receive fire without smoke. Yeah, yeah, innerwear size, medium size. Yeah, guys, I said about I'll promote a bit with a small money we're going to be having, so you can just purchase also the sanitary needs for her to make sure that they're going to be helping herself, because today you understand, if you don't have such kind of the sanitary needs and much more, you feel like you are desperate, and you are not in the mood also, and you feel shy each and every time. So we're going to be making sure that we're going to be solving this kind of the matter. We want to make her not to be shy and also handle much of the matters here. Gani kofiti? Yeah, this is it. Should be talk about whenever you put inside the something like a sanitary need. Itashikilia vizuri.
Yeah, pad.
Itashikilia pad vizuri. Yeah, how much is that one?
This is 250.
No, that's too much.
Takuzia 230.
No, 200.
It is slimless.
No, yeah, it's slimless, yes, but we don't have that money.
How many pieces?
I need only one by now.
Only one.
Only one by now. But maybe tomorrow I will purchase more, because
which color?
The color now I don't know. The color, Mageba. The color, yeah, Mageba. This one is. He's talking about it is good. I've never seen this kind of the life, yeah. The color is good, eh? Yeah. Fantastic. Let's go with that one, and everything will be so fantastic as we're gonna be solving much of the matters one-on-one live. Keep it tuned, guys, and everything will be coming to you live one-on-one from this kind of the side. And I appreciate for the people who are gonna be supporting us also. We have just done, because we had 7,000, and I removed this kind of the other money, which is for the milk, which was 250. It remained with 6,750. Then we have purchased for 5,000 plus 1,700 for the duvet. Already we are remaining with the 50 shillings, so I have to add 150 my pocket to buy this kind of the inner, and also have to add another money to buy the sanitary need for her, so it can just be stable where she is, and also be comfortable with the zone she's gonna be like in the hospital. Keep it tuned. I'm gonna be back to you in a short while. Guys, today we are mopping this kind of the house finally, and already it's done, it's good, it's ready to go at the Gigas family. And what I can just say is we have much of the breaking news. Guys, today I was perusing my father's album, and I found one day, one time, this kind of the lady, when she was good, she was ready, she went to my father to build a fish pond. Oh my living God. I never knew this was something like one day maybe it could come to happen, in a way that I saw a picture of Isabella with my father. And that kind of the picture was reflecting, they were in one of the meetings that she needed also to have a fish pond construction to their site. It's today I was just perusing much of the papers. I found a team that was there during that time. I gave my father the first fish pond before I could just take it over from him, as I was the one who was responsible. And because during that time I was in school, she was there. And that's why one day she told me like, I have ever seen you somewhere. Then I told her maybe I thought about the mentality. But she knows what was really. Even my mom, she's talked about this. She's the one. She has ever go to my home. She was, oh my living God. Today I've just come to the conclusion of understanding that I talk about Mary. She was part of the fish pond program to have a fish pond, and it never worked. I think about it's something which was maybe interested to their own lives. And let me ask the husband here so he can just tell us, is it real? Because I'm still in my suspense in a way that I want to be talking about. Let me actually kuuliza kitu moja. Mary, your wife.
Yeah.
Ashaienda kwa mafish pond ya baba?
Baba. Huko chini. Anaweza kuwa.
Anaweza kuwa? So she has ever gone there?
Kuna kipindi chenye alikuwa anapenda kutembelea hizo
mafish ponds.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you that as a fact, she went to my father so she can build a fish pond. And my father never told me about that kind of the story. It's today, Isabella talk about Mary asked me like, you know that I know your father? I told her like, my father is already dead. Oh my God, do you know that I left Mary was about to cry. Like, oh, he was a good farmer. He was going there. He was teaching me about the fish farm. I think that was the legacy she ever needed. Ulikuwa karibu uchimbe fish pond?
Yeah, mimi.
You're about to dig a fish pond, eh?
Yeah.
Guys, it's people who have some of the things we can call about envy with the other people. I think about when I saw that kind of the picture of a meeting, and I saw Mary, she was a bit not like the way she is, but I saw that kind of the face it was reflecting. And I talked about, let me ask her, I want to know if she was the one who was in that kind of the meeting my father was. And my father had gone to teach much of the people about the fish farm, as he was ever teaching me personally about how to do it at the field. And also Magabo was about to dig a fish pond. And that's the time that Isabella, talk about the wife which is Mary. I'm ever talking about Isabella. Isabella,
yeah.
Sorry, maybe your name is Evan to my head. She's the one who's doing much of the cleaners there. And she ever came and she was coming to get some education as they wanted to dig a fish pond to their farm. During that time also, I saw her in that kind of the picture, they were with some of the arrow roots. Ulikuanga na nduma. Ulikuanga na nduma. Guys, it's the fact, and already today I've just known like they were good during that time. It's somebody who is testing their mind, who is testing what they're going to be coming out. I think this is a reflection that they're going to be talking about a history going to be making itself here. And I think this kind of the life they're just living, it's a life of somebody who need them to go in that way. I'm going to be coming to you in a short while to give you what's going to be the real and what and who is testing their life, and who I've got to the system is making terrible things, like the money I gave out to lease, the money that they were leasing the farm of Mr. Magebo, that money went to the witchcraft. Do you know about that? Coming to you in a short while, because everything gonna be coming to an open page, as you're gonna be learning and getting to understand who is this and who is making these terrible mistakes. Because today is today. I've known it, and coming to the history and the record gonna be recording itself. Keep it tuned. Let's get into the platform and analyze what's gonna be popping out. Say hi.
Hi.
We are starting it right now. Yeah, Mr. Magabo is here. He's arriving with this kind of the mattress here today. that and I can see some of the cleanliness also. It started here, and you can now see our house, how it's now looking very meticulous and very, very awesome right now. So we have already got somebody who will be coming to wash this kind of the house, and it's very, very hot right now inside here because of
kama hana rengi ovili hata bado ni sawa.
so inakaa safi, si ndio?
Hata mbalera bado iko kama hapa.
Oh, iko fiti, si ndio? Oh. Yeah, even inside here a bit, it's looking so fantastic. So everything so awesome, guys, and we have said about we have to make it happen. Then unatoa ama unataka kuanza kulala leo? Unataka kuanza kulala leo?
Ulisema leo ndo tunakula.
Hadi leo. Unataka ukuje leo?
Wewe tutania.
Unaweza lala tukuje kesho? So Mr. Magabu is saying that he's ready even to sleep here today. So I'm telling him that I've not yet initiated that kind of the law, so they can just evacuate from the hospital, because I have to inform the hospital, the management, that are going to be evacuating to understand what's going to be coming out. And still we're going to be getting this kind of the mattress somewhere where it can just stay fine today. If we're going to be also attached with them, you can just talk about, you can purchase a bed which is a 5x6. We bought a 5x6 mattress here, and it's good enough for the whole family. Talk about the 2 children and him and the wife. And what I can just talk about is tuko na hiyo panty. Yeah, bring that panty and we go and buy some of the sanitary needs. And already the area is so natural, and even though you can never know that this kind of the home, it was that way it was. So we have already have a change, and this is some of the changes that we're going to be doing to make sure that everything is moving forward very clearly and very fantastic here. So at this kind of the rate, I'm going to be getting to Amambo. I'm going to Okofiti. We're going to be getting this kind of the stuff to the sister of the wife, who is called Martha Karua. And in Kenya, you have a legacy of Martha Karua, one of the politicians, and she's calling herself Martha Karua, and it's a famous name here in Nyaboanse. So we're going to be getting some of the stuffs to her, and she's going to be getting them very fantastic, and keeping them as we're going to be checking tomorrow if we're going to be evacuating them to this kind of the position. Also, my sister, she's going to be coming here with much of the things like utensils and much more for them to start using. Talk about a jiko, talk about some sufuria, which is the cooking pots, some cooking sticks, and some 2-3 things that they're going to be starting the life with. Already we have Isabella. Hi. How are you, Isabella? Everything is nice. I always use Isabella to make sure that she's going to be getting some small wages of a day. She's going to be mopping this kind of the room, very meticulous, and as we're going to be now giving it to the family, we have to make sure that everything is clearly done and everything is left to their hand, while we have subjected ourselves and to them to make sure that everything is so fantastic here. Isabella also has a mopper, and she's gonna be now doing this kind of the necessary job, and that's the work she always do. And even today I met her coming from a shamba, which is coming from weeding some of the shamba very late in this kind of the evening session here, and they are going for 12 good hours. Whenever you subject yourself early in the morning until in the evening, you'll just come out, so you can just make sure that you'll be paid the wages of a day, because for her condition, the way she is, that's the life she's going to be striving with, to make sure they're going to be giving the children a good life, and also children going to school and getting some of the food stuff. That's the most effective manner that we're going to be doing. Yes. Also, when we come to this kind of the conclusion, it took us a lot of time for us to have this kind of the house to be the way it is right today, because not everybody was some of the people are talking about, oh Gintu, how sure you it will just be. Much of the people are mocking us, some of the people are talking bad shades about us, but what is really effective is the house is now more fantastic, and even somebody can get inside, because no one could just, this is a road that is passing through this kind of area, and nobody could just even step to this kind of the grasses, because everybody was talking about, no, whenever I step to this kind of an area, it's affected already. So it's not even the people who are affected, also where they are staying, everybody was just thinking about it has been affected, and nobody could attempt to go to that kind of the side. Much of the people are mocking them, and they were harassing them, and some of them, they were looking at them, and they knew that they ever survived. But when God talks about this is your time to change, and he can just send somebody who will just change much over the history, and the history will be written like you were, but not right now how you are. That's what we are doing here as we are making things to happen. So I know to the hospital still we have much of the bill spending, and it's approximately 30,000 which is pending to the hospital, and we're going to be evacuating them because I asked for 2 days, and already today we are in the 3rd day. Yeah, I said that day that I'm going to not go back there because they will talk about, oh, Gintu, it's today. Yesterday I had to go to the other family and support them to put much of the roofing, but nobody has already talked about, oh, Gintu, I'm going to be supporting you to do that kind of the finishing, that kind of the roofing. And I know it's going to be taking much of the time because we have been subjected into this. Even we are trying our best, and we have to catch up from each and every one at the point here. So that's what is now Isabella is doing here, which is a mopping. And tomorrow, officially, tomorrow.
Kamara gamba mbiga tutako nganya rero. Inyumba no toko mahya marero ninchire gucha nasi. Maiteni kufuri. Ninchire gucha nasi. Na hano ndo chore igora tiare nyori chebiri iruremo.
Tunazipeleka kwa mata karua. Yeah. Guys, what he's talking about is that more of the people who think about this kind of the house is already equipped, and they are coming here to check on what is really popping out or what is really there, what is stocked here. So he's talking about in the morning he closed talk about the shutter, and it closed this kind of the hole here. But when it's me, I have just opened it right now. It has not been closed already. It was opened, and somebody attempted to get inside, or he was inside, or she was inside. And to the real fact is there's some of the people still because right now they know this kind of the house doesn't have any kind of the fixtures. We have sprayed the whole of this kind of the section. The whole section is well maintained. We have made sure that everything is coming out more fantastic, and making sure that everything is so perpendicular per unit time. And that's what you can now see from this kind of the space here. We have a good matter to go. So you're going to be picking this kind of the mattress and the duvet to at the home of the Mata Karua, talk about the sister to the wife, which is Mary. And after there, now we're going to be checking what we're going to be popping out. Also, going to be waiting for our lady inside there to finish her own works, and we're going to be sorting her more equivocally and getting out from that kind of the position one-on-one. So whenever we're going to be doing this kind of the stuffs, 2-3 things here, we're going to be elevating you and also giving you much of the report, how it's going to be coming, because we're going to be doing something called the village report, and that is the best way for us to go, and that is what we're going to be checking from this kind of the side here. Because yeah, Isabella is finishing much of the mopping inside here. So right now, guys, there's no more much about the affections of the jiggers here anymore. And it will be so fantastic, because we were so fearing about what about if I again bring them here and they start talking about, oh, Gintu, that was not a good condition, or Gintu, that would be. And even when I went there to tell the wife, which is Mary, like, oh, you know, I've plastered the house. She asked me about, even outside I talked about, yes, even outside I've tried my best. And also I talk about the environment. I've sprayed. What was so expensive from that kind of the courtesy is that the spray was even so expensive. Talk about those kind of the chemicals. They are so expensive for us to purchase them and do this kind of the work, because also they had much of the smell, and we had to contain that kind of the smell. And even the day of curing, we had to cure this kind of the house using that kind of the spray, and it was so meticulous. We had to spray the whole house, the whole area, the whole roof, and everything. And some of them we buried them using the cement to the floor ground. And right now the condition is like the hospital right now, because there's nothing, and also it's cemented. It's only like the roofing is a bit having some of the shenanigans, but I will understand how to pop out and also handle much of the matters, how they evolve and how they come from that kind of the position. So keep it tuned, guys. I'm gonna be waiting for Isabella to finish, because I like her. She likes doing much of 2-3 things also, and she likes the work. It's not like other pregnant women. They talk about, the pregnancy is A, B, C, D. She can work, and she said that she's in the 6th month, and she can work very meticulously. I like about that, and I appreciate much of the people watching this kind of the video, also supporting this kind of the family, so as you can just equip them here. So I'm going to be getting back to their construction, so I can just update you the breaking news from the construction. Keep it tuned. I'm going to be back there in a short while. Guys, we are coming back to the history that I talked about. We're going to be talking at this kind of the time, and arbitrarily it has given us much of the headache. And as we're going to be checking as we are just a bit walking here, the construction is there. As you can see, the foundation is there. And I've seen, let me start with this kind of the point, because I have much of the point to talk about. Here there are some of the people proposing that, oh Gintu, can we build one of the room here and get it to the top, so they cannot be paying much of the talk about the rentals money, and make sure that we're going to be having our own cube here. And I want much of the people to talk about which kind of the cube can be so fantastic. We can start with it, and also as we're going to be starting with it, without funds we cannot come out with something which is absolutely correct, which is going to be having us in a headache manner. But if we're going to be talking about which kind of the room, we have the master bedroom, we have the kitchen which is going to be having a veranda, talk about our kitchen which is going to be having some corridors inside, we have the second, which is the second bedroom, and the sitting room. Somebody was asking about, oh Gintu, will you be having some of the veranda in front here? The veranda can be there, and the veranda we can just deal with the veranda whenever it comes to the time of the finishing line, or in terms of putting much of the talk about the iron sheet. We can just decide to make sure that you're going to be coming to the front yard here, as you're going to be covering this kind of the section of the front page here, as the entry will be at this kind of the panel. And that is the question they're going to be coming out to, and they can just ask much of the people going to be willing to talk about, oh Gintu, can we build here, and so they can just be staying here for permanent as you're going to be completing the other structure. Which kind of the room can we build so they can just be more fantastic for us to use during this kind of the course of the time, as the funds gonna be, if some of the people gonna just be touched and talk about Gintu gonna be having this kind of the funds to fund this kind of the small cube to be, and we have some of the bricks here and some of the cement that are remaining, like 3. How many cements are remaining? Cement ngapi zimebaki? Kama 3 ama 2? We have like 3 cements remaining at the store, because we use some of them there and some of the sand also there. And we're going to be remaining whatever we're going to be having here. It's the one that we're going to be dealing with there. And that is what we're going to be coming to this kind of the characteristic time, so we can just manhandle. So point number 2, there's this kind of the person whom we bought this kind of talk about, we had to return the money that he had leased this kind of the land. He had not come back to make sure we're going to be weeding this kind of the maize. I don't know if he got it in a way like, oh, this kind of the farm, maybe it has bring much of the shenanigans, maybe the krakatoos, because he was not expecting like we're going to be coming back, or we're going to be bringing this kind of the family back to their own plot, so they can just come and antagonize and do with it perpendicular the way it should be. So this kind of the people, they have I'll talk about their mind is no longer available here, because we have overtaken everything. So they have turned like we are the people who are obstructing them not to weed or not to do anything. This kind of the toilet, which is a very necessary, a toilet should be there. It cannot bring much of that contentment that somebody can talk about. It has made him or her not to weed this kind of the farm. Talk about the borehole down there also, that area is very dry because of those kind of the tall trees that are there. So that area doesn't have any kind of the yield. And also even right now, if you go there, the maize that is there, it's no longer even reflecting that it can be a maize, because of those kind of the tall trees that are just reflecting there. So what my concern was, even I was telling Magabo here right now, like we can just buy some of the CN and some of the fertilizer. We apply here, and Magabo should deal with it perpendicularly, should weed, so as you cannot waste much of the food here, because they are no longer coming back, because they say that, oh Gintu, you know, you have to pay me the whole money. I talked about I can only pay much of the money where I have just dealt with that kind of an area. So maybe they went, and what is making much of the matter to be so worse is whereby this kind of the people, they saw that Gintu is coming to this kind of the area and helping Magabo. You understand, even Magabo calls me uncle. That is it. He is here, I can tell you. He calls me uncle. And to the real fact is we overcome to know some of the things, because everybody want to know. When I do some of the content, my mother also sometimes talk about, oh, I have heard this kind of the story from Nyaboanse, you are going to be helping somebody. Whose son is that? Who is that kind of the person you are helping? So they can just know the history. So the history is revolving itself, and we're going to be helping ourselves, and you can never know. Sometimes the way he went to them, if it could be in an hour, we can talk about, oh, you know, I know you are my uncle, but I never knew it. But how the history always revolve, we come to understand each self when the time reaches. And we have just known yourselves here, very right, even right now. We have just met when one of my, we can call him my cousin here, and he had had called her my aunt. So I talked about, now I'm your uncle already, because I always, we are like cousins, so you can just rhyme with that kind of the matter. So coming to this kind of the area, this kind of the maize now, it's gonna be getting, or it's gonna be growing, or it's gonna be bypassing where it's gonna be placed with some of the fertilizer. We're gonna be making sure that even we have some of the beans inside here, we have to weed. And I promise from tomorrow, kuanzia kesho, come with a jembe, start weeding this kind of the maize. We will buy some fertilizer and we will apply. Because he is no longer interested with the maize, because he said like, why are we coming to get much of the things out of him or out of the control of him? And he talked about, I've just left those kind of the maize to you. And we are not going to be talking about how we're going to be dealing with this kind of the food. The food is so essential. Whenever we're going to be constructing this kind of the house here, we should have the food here. And when we're going to be completing, we should have the food at this kind of the system to make it more usable and make it more good for us to use. Because which kind of a person who talks about, oh, this is the food, oh, just take it, I don't want such kind of the food, that's the stupid mind that's going to be coming or excavating at this kind of the point. Let's titrate what's going to be titulated. Let us burate what has to be burated. Let's be in the chemistry class and deal with this kind of the practical more fantastic, because we're going to be dealing with this kind of the farm with an immediate effect, and they're going to be following from this kind of the rate of this kind of the time. Number 3, what I wanted to handle is this kind of the person who was in this kind of the farm. I've just heard much of the stories like this kind of the money that we are giving him, so they can just make sure we're going to be evacuating from here as we're going to be taking over this kind of the land. It's going to the witchcraft, which is going to be getting us in a default manner, going to be turning us to the default manner of or the system reset. Talk about in the factory reset, in a way that we shall not continue this kind of the construction. Why? They're going to be blocking us not to make it happen, because we have blocked them not to use this kind of the land, because next season are going to be dealing with whoever is down there until those kind of the far trees that you can see from that far end. That's where this kind of the land is reaching. And next year, which is the next season, nobody will return any kind of the foodstuffs here. We're going to be getting Magabo back to the structure, so you can just make sure they're going to be producing food, selling food, producing much of the foodstuffs, getting to the market, selling, and we're going to be making sure that you're going to be equipped with the necessary stuff so you can just make it happen. And what is making us to be so curious and to understand what's really going to be popping out with this kind of the people? What are these? Whenever we see even this kind of the house broke, one day we came here and we found that it has fallen down. This kind of the people are the ones who are coming at night so they can just make or put some of their witches down here and talk about there's nothing we shall do here. And whenever we go, like we're going to be progressing, our minds go to the factory reset and talk about even I cannot feel like shooting here a video, or I don't feel doing this, I don't feel doing this, I don't feel doing this. So they can just leave it there and they still persist here. Because what is coming out is one day this kind of the mom of this kind of the farm, who was not even the owner, who was weeding here, came and told me like, oh, you know, if you have refused to give us 20,000 for what? Imagine this kind of the land, it's not buying. Even if it's going to be buying, it could be so necessary. You can just talk about how much could it be, but it is not hers. She has a list with 100 shillings. She needs a 20,000 Kenya shillings for what? You can come to the real sense, like they know that this is the YouTube now, the platform they're going to be using, or they're going to be doing whatever is necessary. So they are going to this kind of the witchcraft to mentalize us and factory reset. I can just use such kind of a term so you can just understand, getting us to the back so they can just talk about, oh, how you're going to be agreeing to this kind of the farm, we're going to be removing this kind of the money I want, this is going to be this, and that is the jealousy people they're going to be having to this kind of the area. And I can tell you to the fact, Magabo is here and he can just listen and he can just tell us, even if it's in Swahili. I can ask him, which is a so random question here. Magabo, acha nikuulize. Nimesikia anko yako anaendanga kwa waganga.
Hata mimi nasikia wanasema hivyo.
Unasikia? So hiyo pesa ni kama anataka aje?
Sasa si ile pesa yenye tulimlipa, ile yenye ulimlipa. Unajua mimi wanasikia si kipindi kile alisema 1500.
1500.
Ukampa.
Yeah.
Alafu tena nilisikia tena alikuja kudai zingine ukamlipa. 1500 tena.
Alikuwa anataka pesa nyingine.
Sasa tena alikuwa anataka nyingine. Yeah. Sasa kitu yenye iko mimi mahindi, mimi nilimwambia palilie na akakataa. Hawezi palilia mahindi.
Okay.
Sasa mimi nitapalilia mahindi. kama ni mbolea mnunulie, niweke kwa mahindi, alafu baadaye nirudie, nipate ile ya kukuzia. Si tutatoa chakula hapa.
Exactly.
Kuliko iharibike hapa.
So wewe unajua kwamba huyo mtu hiyo pesa yenye ama vile anaendaga kwa waganga ni kusababisha tusiendelee ama ni kusababisha nini?
Sasa hiyo mimi ukweli Gintu
haujajua bado. So guys, which is coming out at this kind of the matter, and things that are just hidden, we will get them, we will excavate and we will get them, because the same people they deal with talking about, oh, you know, I want to do this, I want to do this, because I remember there's one day he brought the talk about the village elder to this kind of the land. And when he brought that kind of the village elder, they came to talk about, oh, now I want us to seal this kind of the deal. I want Gintu to give me 20,000. I go completely and will never come back here. I asked him, like, did we come to the agreement? And what was the agreement? The farm is not yours. Can we calculate what was necessary? I've left the other part. Can you weed? Because I'm going to be reaching where the toilet has reached. And that is our terms and conditions. But what do you want to bring much of the other shenanigans that are not into the range? And I talked about, oh, you know, if you have refused, I will show you. So sometimes we come to the conclusion whereby we are put in a way that we have to fear. Like a person can go to a witchcraft, can go to whatever, because I know it. Because much of the YouTubers, they have left things hanging. Why? Because of this kind of the people who doesn't want the development. They wanted to see them suffering and they're going to be using this kind of the farm. They want to see them in the same condition so they can just continue utilizing their farm. And even right now, I know when today I was going down here, I met one of the persons here, and that kind of the person told me that, oh, you are the one who is building them here. Yeah, you are doing the good thing, and but you could come to the family and talk to the family. Which kind of the family apart from the family which is helter skelter, and they're just outside there, they're just maneuvering, they have nothing to offer to the society. They were just thrown out like nothing. They were just, everybody was seeing them there, but who was capable of coming and talking about, Magabo, I'm gonna be to do this, I want you to do this, I want you to be in this way? Nobody. Why? They understand what was necessary at that kind of the range, and we don't want to reach at that kind of the point because we understand what's gonna be coming. So right now I've insisted and I've said it like whatever gonna be coming, let it come. But what's gonna be coming to this kind of the point is gonna be weeding, because he has refused to weed, and we don't have to make sure we're gonna be checking this kind of the pathetic environment whereby the weeds are ever coming out, there's no weeding, and the person is talking about the food. The food is necessary, because without food there's nothing, there's no life without food. And if somebody is talking about this is the food we have here and we have paid for it, we have to utilize it properly. Whoever gonna be coming will separate. Even if it's maize, we'll talk about, yeah, take this, I take this. You planted, yes. Do this, I do this. That will be necessary, as we're going to be getting some food even to start this kind of the house here. So that is what I'm going to be talking here. But to the real Esquire of the moment, much of the things have to be handled. Much of the things have to be said, because at this kind of the point, there are people who are feeling very bad whenever they see like, oh, this kind of the family going to be getting a help, going to be getting a Samaritan, and they're going to be making sure going to be diminishing all the people, including the people helped and the people helping. But to the real Esquire of the moment is, I'll ever get any kind of the report, I have a mechanism whereby I can get the report with whatever you're going to be doing, and I will just come out effectively to handle such kind of the matters with an immediate effect. That one should not give me any kind of the problem, because everything has to go on. Guys, as far as everything is in concern, let's go back to the system here. And those are the postcoms and the intercoms of the day. I was going to be handling this kind of the matters once and for all. And I think we're going to be coming back with some of the maram now to fill it, because it has now made some of the spaces here. You can now see this is just the compression space, and they have now got a compression way, so you can just go down, and you can now see this kind of the way. So they have to be compressed, and they're now compressing themselves down, and we're going to be now bulking much of the maram, so they can just have the final touch from this kind of the area, and that's what we're going to be remaining at this kind of the point. And everybody should just get it into this kind of the age. Like we're going to be handling this kind of the matters, even if we're going to be slowly, but we're going to be reaching where we want, because already we have got that kind of the room that they're they're going to be staying there for a while, so they cannot have much of the bills from the hospital. Oh, it is had done with this, it's going to be postcoms egg into B, into C every time. But we have to make sure that we're going to be coming back to our own position and also let them stay there. And we have already talked about renovated that kind of the home and that kind of the house, and it's going to be so fantastic there. And they're going to be staying there also, as they're going to be now getting back to this kind of the spot here. Also, my sister go support her, Kate Sigano, and she's going to be buying some of the utensils and some of the cookeries there, as they're going to be staying there when they're going to be cooking for themselves. And I understand Magabo should be the one who's going to be heading this kind of the family. Magabo, kuna vitu zingine zinaletwa. Kuna vitu kama za kupikia, sufuria, na vitu mingi zinakuja. Make sure that kwamba wakati tutakuachia huko, be the man of the family. Protect your family. And whoever is bringing ABCD, come and ask. Ask me, oh Gintu, hapa kuko namna gani, hapa kuko namna gani. Then I'll give you some advice and I'll tell you what to do. So it comes to the talk about maybe civil society and engaging, the officers engaging. I should just ask you, or you should just ask, and I'll just give you much of the reservoirs, how they come. And from this kind of the point, be strong and understand yourself that you're going to be making this, and go for it. So if you're going to be coming to weed tomorrow, kesho nakuja kupalilia. Yeah, tomorrow come and weed, and we'll come with much of the fertilizer. And as long as you're going to be supporting us guys to make sure that this kind of the family gets their own entitlement, like this is their own home, and everybody now respect them, because right now there's no respect. They're talking about, oh, Gintu has done nothing, they have gone already. It's in the foundation. No matter, even Rome was not built in a single day. We have to make sure they're going to be building it with the system, how it comes. Keep it tuned, keep it locked. Much of the things are going to be coming to you live, one-on-one from this kind of the place. Keep it tuned, respect always, and that is how we're going to be getting everything in touch. And this is the way forward. Let's keep it in tune. Guys, back to this kind of the system. We're going to be making sure we're going to be getting to this kind of the pot here, and we're going to be looking for this kind of the nurse, so we can just solve much of the 2-3 things here, and also sort out much of the 2-3 postquams that are going to be solved at this kind of the time here. So, but we're going to be getting to the system here, so you can just understand what are going to be coming. And I'm going to be getting to the laboratory here. Hello, how are you? Everything is nice. I see you have some records here. Yes. Exactly. So I want to be asking you a question. Yes. And this kind of the question is going to be a little bit. Which kind of the language is that one? Only God knows. She's listening to a French. Don't worry. Everybody's a learned here. So can we go to the other side and talk about that kind of the lady, Mary? Yes. So you can just know if she can have contraceptives. Is it, do you know how to understand? You know how to do it? Yeah, talk to her so you can just know if she can just. If she cannot, we know how to deal with the two of them. The man should be done what is necessary. Because right now she's in the system, and it might the child is still small, and you don't know the brain of them at night, whatever they're doing whenever they close the door, and the things are gonna be happening. Yes. And I think right now we're gonna be solving much of the issues here. She goes, shh, let's go there and handle much of the matters. So that will be popping out. So as we're going to be getting ourselves to that kind of the spot here, so you can just understand what's going to be coming out here. Always to the male ward, kitchen. And the good thing is I put them where the kitchen is. They can eat, re-eat, auto-eat, of-eat. Everything is so fantastic here. So back to this kind of the spot here. And we're going to be handling much of the matters here. Woo! Who is that dancing? Yeah. Oh, unataka kukunja nguo? No problem. Mambo. Hii ni mkate. Hey, leta nikufungulie. Kuja hapa. This boy is thinking about his bread. Hey, this is for mama. Hii ni ya mama. Hey, chukua mkate. Mtoto utamkanyaga. Usikanyage mtoto, the child is sleeping. So we are back to the system. Mambo vipi Mary? Mambo iko sawa? Kila kitu iko chonjo sasa? Sasa tulikuwa tunataka tukuulize kitu moja. Na tulikuwa tuna discuss tu, sijali. Tulikuwa tunataka upange uzazi. Iko sawa? Hautaki? Unaona mimi? Tutakufa. Unaona? Mpaka kifo. Yaani siwezi. What is that? Hata mama wangu mdogo yule mwingine sina yuko hivi. What is that?
Tulibarikiwa. Unaona? Ndio maana nafunga.
Oh, these veins.
Mpaka kifo. Unadhaa mpaka. Ndio maana sitaki mapenzi na.
Oh, if she has those kind of the veins, she cannot. No family planning.
Eiza. Nikiachisha mtoto, nigeuzwe. Kugeuzwa inawezekana.
Kugeuzwa aje?
Kizazi.
To cut.
Kugeuzwa.
No more birth.
Yes.
Oh.
Inawezekana. Anaenda tusi.
Oh. Sasa have you talked umeongea na mka wako hilo hapa?
Anasema no udosi.
Upange uzazi.
Kupanga siwezi panga kwa sababu mshika.
The husband is saying no.
Kugeuzwa inawezekana.
Lakini yeye amesema watoto anataka 10.
Kugeuzwa hapa na sahau siwezi za milele.
Sasa amesema anataka watoto 10.
Aoe.
Hautafukuza.
She's saying that. I said that. We are talking about this kind of the matter, like the husband is talking about he needs 10 children. The wife is talking about he has to marry another wife so they can just have those kind of the 10 children. And we're going to be coming to that kind of the agreement. We're never going to be having much of the 2-3 things to handle at this kind of the time. And I had to come with even the nurse here to give us ushauri, and which is a little bit of some talk so they can just get. But I have seen some of the veins. I don't know what they mean. For this kind of the maternity people, they know what they mean about that one. And you have to understand, for the people who are going to be watching, I've heard about she has some of the veins at the legs here. I don't know what they mean, but everything going to be fantastic. So at this kind of the point is going to be checking on how to handle much of the matters. Yeah? Oh, there's a nurse? Kuna nurse? Call us Winnie, please. Yeah, call us Winnie so that she can just tell us what does it mean, because she's talking about she has to give birth till 45 years. No problem. She will be fertile for 45 years. And from that 45 years also, she's talking about it's only she's going to be blocked only, so she cannot be giving birth. That's the only thing. Talk about the uterus be tempered, and that's the only thing that it can make her not to get that kind of the pregnancy. But the husband is talking about we have to go. The safari is still on the point, and we're going to be solving that kind of the matters. And amekwambia tumenunua mattress. We have bought a mattress and we're going to be reporting it to her. Sasa choo saa ngapi? Tutangale, she's talking about a toilet. No, unajua tulikuwa tutoke hapa kesho.
Ungechimba choo kwanza.
We dig a toilet. Sasa tutachimbaje choo huko? Tena tuchimbe ingine huko chini hata tujajenga. Sunoni tutukalia cost. Kesho. Hatuja uniform management. Kesho lazima ule chapo ndio tutoke hapa. Tomorrow is chapati here in the hospital. Si kuna huyo nasi mwenye ako hapo, si akuje. Oh, huyo daktari. Ambia basi daktari. Nani huyo? No, Cora's the doctor. Oh, nurse. We want to be asked, hey. We don't want to see syringes here. Yeah, you know. He's so active to understand things going to be popping out. Whenever you see a syringe here and some needles, it's going to be something else going to be occurring here. But everything is so fantastic. So guys, we're going to be waiting for much of the things. And I was talking about tomorrow going to be evacuating from here after they eat some of the food of tomorrow. We have to make sure you're going to be satisfied the stomachically, so you can just evacuate from this kind of the hospital. That will be so effective as it comes to that kind of the time of the time has reached for us to go out. But they're talking about a toilet, and I was thinking about we're gonna be so expensive. I don't know, from the comment section we're gonna be talking about we're gonna be so expensive. We have to start their home and make sure we're gonna be getting their home to a different level. But whenever it comes to again the toilet of their home, we're gonna be a little bit, yes, we understand where are they gonna be getting to the toilet. Yes, some kind of the things are always there, but now the problem is it's a bit costly. And also the plots that they are living, also we have to dig there, we are living there, that kind of the toilet belongs to those kind of the people. Maybe we look for the alternative how to deal with such kind of thing. If it's going to be temporary, we can call it a temporary toilet for that kind of the period of time, it will be so effective. And today she is very fantastic, and she is having white hair. I don't know if she is old. Umeanza kuzeeka?
Nani, nilinyolewa, nilipaka spirit.
Ukapaka spirit?
Hakunipaka.
Kwani spirit inatoa nywele nyeupe na ndio hiyo, she is old already.
Sikupakwa.
Hiyo tokea kitambo nilipokuwa iko hiyo.
Oh, thank you Moe. Oh, sasa mbona ukuja kukuja mazishi ya baba?
Baba gani?
Huh? Baba yangu.
Sasa nitakuja hata
Kile
yeye
alifariki alikuwa.
hawakunishirikisha.
Au kukushirikisha? So she was my father's friend. Very much.
Sana.
Very much. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, she was going to learn fish farming. She was going for my father to learn fish farming because my father was a very big fish farmer as I took over the position from him. And she was ever there. I saw her in the picture and I was talking about, this is Mary. And that's the point I always talk about. Much of the people, some of the people have come out to do people such kind of the condition they are. But they were so good farmers. I can promise you, they have a very good land, fertile land, river land, and road land. So much of the people are talking about how can we get this kind of the land. Hey bro, I'm looking for you. Yeah, I'm looking for you. So yeah, I was looking for you. Come to this kind of the side here so I can just host you very properly. How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
Everything is good?
Everything is good.
You are who?
I'm Ben Mome.
Ben Mome.
Yes, Mome.
Mome.
Meaning rich.
Yes,
Mome.
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 Okay. So where are you coming from, bro?
I come from a place called Maeta.
Maet is in Korea land here, man. It's just here.
Just near
Oh, so you are a pure Korean
here.
breed.
Pure Korean breed,
Exactly, but short.
but short.
Exactly. So I want to be asking something. The lady has shown us some of the veins. So tuonyeshe hiyo mshipa kidogo tu. These ones here. Does it mean that she cannot have the family planning?
No, she can have.
Yeah.
You know, there are different methods of family planning.
Okay.
Yes. No, she need to be guided on which one she can choose, which will be effective for her.
So which is the effective from how you can see her?
Now we can see her maybe. Yeah, we can give her even an implant
Implant.
because we cannot give her those tablets. Yes. Also, there's another one called IUCD, which is placed maybe.
Yeah, you have to put it direct
Yes,
Huh?
the uterus.
to the uterus direct.
Yes, direct.
You deposit
You deposit it there.
a person or an object or a tool.
It's a small
There's a
tube.
tube.
Something
Or there's a
like
tube.
Yes.
Oh, I thought about it. You take a hand inside.
No.
Oh,
We use tools. They are
I
tools
talk
that
about. Do you think about she's a cow? No. To put it's like internal insemination. Oh, so it's like inseminating.
Yeah, no, you are just placing it there. You just
Inside.
Oh,
The
inside.
upper part of the uterus.
Okay, the upper
so
part.
once it reaches there,
Yeah, it blocks.
yeah,
It deals with it
released
perpendicular.
The IUCD, the tube,
Okay.
it is T-shaped. So
Okay.
it is released there, and the tube used to insert. in
Okay.
that level.
Oh.
there's a string that hangs from the cervix. Now when you want to remove it, you just pull
Yeah.
the string.
Oh, you put the
You know, the
string.
advantage of that is non-hormonal.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it lasts for long, almost 10 years.
It's 12 years.
So the husband will be just telling us because we cannot do it without the husband's consent. And ulikuwa unataka apange uzazi. The husband is refusing. No family planning or contraceptives here.
What of the mom? What does he say?
Wewe ulikuwa unataka upange uzazi.
Kugeuza.
Unataka ugeuze. Unataka kufunga totally.
Ugeuza. Unageuza kwa maandishi kwenye chumba cha operation. Mnaandikishana.
Anataka TBA.
Ile ni nzuri, si ni nzuri ile kugeuza.
Oh, she wants the tubal ligation. There's that
In the
operative one
original.
where you cut the tubes,
the fallopian tubes.
tubes.
Then
That's permanent.
she cannot give birth.
Not give birth.
Maisha nikiatisha huyu.
Oh, so how do you see? Unaona aje? Your work will be only conjugation.
Watoto watano.
Also,
Okay. Continue. Thank you, Nancy.
there's one for men where we do vasectomy.
No, the married want to feed the world. the married live the man.
But no, with this situation, they need not to give birth
More children.
Yes.
Because they're gonna be bringing much of the chaos outside here.
Yes.
Talk about maybe the motherhood, the parentalhood.
Yes. Also, you know the way she's handled this child. This child is at risk of getting also more opportunistic diseases.
Okay.
Because you know something like jiggers
Okay.
can hinder with the house they are living. You know it has dust.
Yeah.
And the children will get affected.
Karibu.
This we just they just need to be advised on how to do the family planning.
Okay.
For them not to bring a lot of children to suffer in their
Exactly.
house.
Suffer due to unconditional circumstances.
Yes.
Oh.
Also, you know, economically,
Okay.
you should do it with money, you know.
But now we have to go with their own consent first, because if she's talking about such kind of the method we are talking about here, it means like the husband doesn't need what this one needs. So which is which? We have to sit with them so they can just tell them the advantage and disadvantage.
Yes.
And we
also
should.
you advise them on the methods.
Okay.
They can choose which they will more.
She has searched for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
For that, for tubal.
Okay.
You know, every method has also disadvantages.
Okay.
Yes, they should need to be told about the disadvantages and the advantages.
Okay.
Yes. Also, the husband needs to be advised accordingly. You know, now maybe.
So you know, right now the husband is talking about you. Maybe you are talking here. After here, I'm gonna deal with him perpendicularly.
Yes.
I want talk about how can we call them? The it's like rights.
The rights.
The rights. He has to portray his rights.
Yes.
And
you must respect them.
we have to respect, because it's because of such kind of an object which is carelessly hanging, which is bringing such kind of also the people, and that's the only instrument that is installed to men, which can bring a person to the world to suffer or to bring much of the changes, to bring development. The only carelessly hanging object. Don't take me in a bad situation. I'm gonna be sometimes you have to explain how it's gonna be. Exactly. So that is how we're gonna be coming, and she's praying right now. We're gonna be getting to the living God and make sure that we're gonna be having everything so fantastic. Unataka tuombe? Exactly. So guys, thank you very much for you being tuned and locked in, and we're going to be supporting where necessary. I'm going to be checking where it's necessary for us to help and also come out with much of the things. Thank you very much, bro, for your time. Yes. And giving us much of your own reservoirs of the time and small synopsis and recaps about what they have to do. So it's their own selection. I want to be talking to them whenever they're going to be getting there, because I know they're fearing here much of too much people. There no person is getting there because the area is like I can call it Mesopotamia. Yeah, it's the land of paradise there. Exactly. So
funny and milk.
Funny and exactly. So it's like Canaan. Yes. Exactly. Thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna be sorting much of the 2-3 things here. I'm gonna be making it happen. Thank you very much, bro. Exactly. But tomorrow we are just getting out.
I'll be around.
You'll be around. Yes. Exactly. So kesho tunaenda. Uko tayari? Are you ready?
Yes.
Exactly. She's talking about yes. Wananunua vyombo leo za kupikia na tuko na godoro tayari na duvet. So ile kubwa kabisa.
Kubwa.
Moja tu.
Moja kwa saa hii.
Wote muishie ndani. Yaani sisi wote familia tuishie ndani.
Wanene tununue ile kubwa.
Mukisiki.
Atumipeleka kwa Mata. Ameenda kuitunza ndio tusikuwe wanawezi. Exactly.
Nyumba yako ya ndenge nyara ntuli chebi mtaigo.
Kuna watu wanaendanga huko ni kama wanadhani kuna vitu tumeacha huko ndani.
Fulinda ingole. Oenda hata bantu.
Nunua kufuli leo. By the way. Exactly. So the much of the guys, the husband is talking about whenever those kind of the house that you have just already developed there, much of the people might be opening and doing some jiggy inside there, which is necessary. Maybe that's what we're going to be coming out. But I appreciate much of the people who have been tuned and locked in and talking about we're going to be supporting each other so as we can just make it happen. I appreciate much of everyone who has been contributing and talk about Gintu, let's make it happen, and respect to you as we're going to be handling much of the matters once and for all and solving this kind of the matters how we ever come out with. And we're going to be adding this kind of the video from this kind of the platform, talk about the hospital has helped us much, and they don't have that kind of the catastrophe of talking about, oh, Gintu, we have to pay this kind of the money with an immediate effect, how we're going to be coming. No, a little bit they're going to be so fair with us, and we have just solved much of the things. They have treated us, they have solved much of the things here, and already we're going to be now evacuating from this kind of the hospital so we can just go back there, as we're going to be supporting to have a bed, and whatever you think about is going to be so essential for us to have in that kind of the home. It will be so fantastic for us to say that thank you for that kind of the logistic time, and God bless you wherever you're coming from. Good morning, good afternoon, hello internet, and keep it tuned, and this is the end.